Imagine you're a diver 4,000 meters under the ocean. It's completely dark, silent, your flashlight cuts through the black, and hits a perfect circle of metal on the seafloor. Your instruments say, "Unknown alloy," your radio crackles, "Control to diver 1." That object is not on any map. You reach out to touch it, and every camera shuts off. What if I told you this isn't the only mystery like that hiding under our oceans? Welcome to Secrets You Never Knew. Today, we're going deep underwater to explore 5 mysterious objects found in the ocean. Things that, at first glance, do not seem to belong to us. From a crashed UFO on the seabed, to a pyramid that might be older than any known civilization, to a tiny piece of rock that may have come from another star. Let's start with the one that freaked out professional sonar operators. In 2011, a Swedish team called Ocean X was scanning the bottom of the Baltic Sea, hoping to find old shipwrecks and valuable alcohol. Instead, their sonar drew something no one expected, a huge circular shape, about 60 meters across, sharp edges, a long track behind it like it had slid along the seafloor. One of the crew looked at the image and whispered, "That looks like a UFO." When divers finally went down, they said the object looked almost like a crashed craft, a rounded top, right-angle lines, strange steps and formations. And then came the weird part. They claimed their equipment started acting up near the object. Cameras glitched. Sonar cut out. A satellite phone lost signal directly above the site. Geologists later said it's probably just a natural rock formation shaped by ice and currents. But there's still no clear, high-resolution public scan that ends the debate. So for many people, the Baltic Sea UFO is still something that doesn't feel human at all. Off the coast of Yonaguni, a small Japanese island, lies one of the strangest structures in the ocean. In 1986, a diver exploring the area spotted something that did not look like natural rock. Beneath the waves was a massive stone structure with flat terraces, sharp 90-degree angles, wide stair like steps, and what looks like a carved staircase. From above, it resembles a stepped pyramid. Some divers say they see walls, platforms, even something like a road, as if an ancient city had sunk beneath the sea. Here's why this is a problem. If Yonaguni is man-made, it means someone built it thousands of years before any known advanced civilization in that region. It would rewrite history. Some researchers claim it's the remains of a lost civilization destroyed by earthquakes and rising sea levels. Others insist it's nothing more than sandstone breaking neatly along natural lines. But divers say the same thing when they're down there. It feels designed, too clean, too regular, like someone or something shaped it on purpose. If it wasn't us, then who? In 2014, an image from the seabed off Malibu, California started circulating online. Right there under the water was what looked like a gigantic structure, a flat oval roof more than 2 kilometers wide, with dark shapes beneath it like pillars. On Google Earth, it looked like the entrance to an underground hangar. The internet went wild. Some people said it was a secret military base. Others jumped straight to, "This is where UFOs enter the ocean." Scientists explain that the pillars are likely just shadows and ridges from tectonic activity. To them, it's a natural undersea hill. But there's a twist. For decades, fishermen and pilots off that same stretch of coast have reported fast-moving lights diving into the water and shooting back out. They call them USOs, unidentified submerged objects. Maybe it's all coincidence. But when you combine strange lights with what looks like a massive doorway on the ocean floor, it's hard not to feel like something down there doesn't quite belong. Now, picture this. Engineers are inspecting an undersea communication cable in the Atlantic because the signal has become weak and noisy. Somewhere something is interfering. They send down a small robot, an ROV with cameras and lights. At first the usual sand, rocks, deep-sea creatures floating by. Then the headlights hit metal, not a shipwreck, not part of the cable. A box, perfectly rectangular, dark surface. No rust, no barnacles, no markings. The robot moves closer. Thin wires run from the box, half buried in the sediment, reaching toward the cable like roots. Someone watching the feed reportedly says, "Whose device is that?" The answer comes back, "It's not ours." According to later anonymous accounts, no Navy, no telecom company, no research lab claimed it. When the ROV tried to scan it more closely, the video feed glitched and cut to static. When the image returned, the device was gone. Did that story get exaggerated over time? Maybe, but the idea that unknown devices might be sitting beside our deep-sea cables, quietly listening, feels like something straight out of a spy movie or an encounter with non-human tech. Everything so far feels alien, but could still be natural or human-made. This last object might truly be from somewhere else. In 2014, a small fireball streaked across the sky over the Pacific Ocean near Papua New Guinea. It burned through the atmosphere and exploded. Just another meteor, or so everyone thought. Years later, when scientists revisited the data, they noticed something strange. This object was moving too fast. Faster than almost anything that orbits our sun. Its speed and trajectory suggested it came from outside our solar system. An interstellar visitor. In 2023, a team went to the impact zone and dragged powerful magnets across the seabed. They collected tiny metallic spheres, microscopic beads made of an unusual mix of elements. Some scientists think these are just melted droplets from a normal meteor. Others believe they are fragments of the first confirmed interstellar object we've ever recovered on Earth. Think about that, at the bottom of our ocean. Like grains of matter that may have formed around a completely different star. Not Earth's, not our sun's, something truly alien in the most literal sense of the word, not necessarily alien technology, but alien material, a visitor from another part of the galaxy, now sleeping in our seas. Here's the reality. We don't have solid proof of alien spaceships on the ocean floor. Most scientists say every underwater anomaly has a natural or human explanation. And they might be right. But the ocean covers more than 70% of our planet, and we've explored only a tiny fraction of it. Down there in the dark, we found a circle on the seafloor that looks like a crashed craft, a pyramid-like monument that could rewrite history, a possible base off California surrounded by USO sightings, a mystery device attached to our cables, and fragments of rock that may have traveled millions of years through space, just to end up buried in our oceans. So the next time you look at calm, flat water, remember, beneath that surface, there may be objects resting in the dark that do not belong to us. Or maybe we just don't understand what we're looking at yet. If you want more hidden stories like this, hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell. Because next time, we're talking about an island that appeared out of nowhere, and then vanished without a trace.